everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Fandom Fights. We got a good one for you today. We got Cameron Holzmann going up against David Garcia. Nick is here on the desk with me. Nick, I'm exhausted. You're exhausted, but we're here. And I think we got a good one. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, Tim. Normally, you and I are we get the intros right away, and we're not going to show everyone the intros that we just messed up, but this is try number 3, and we're doing great. And we got a great match today, Tim. I'm very excited about it. Would you like to tell us who is playing?
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. We got Cameron Holzmann, who went out in round number 1 of the tournament against Kaiser in a very, very good match. I think leaving a little bit earlier than he wanted to. And then David also getting kicked out of the tournament earlier than I think he wanted to against Tyler Birch, who went on to play in the finals of the tournament, though. So I think, you know, they were both in very good matches, lost to very good people. Nick, what do you think about this matchup today?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think these are two very, very good Fandom players who are not having the best singles year, or at least the singles year that they want. David obviously having a great teams year, winning the championship at the beginning, but recently losing it to Dummies. Mm-hmm. And Holtzmann having a good run with Lights, Camera, and Action, but that team ended. And his new team of Young Justice just recently debuted and might prove themselves to be quite formidable as well. So, as I said, two great players who have proven themselves in teams and have proven themselves in singles in the past, but are trying to do it this year.
Yeah, I mean, I will never forgive Jack Pinchuk for breaking up Lights, Camera, and Action. But here we are. He's just the worst person. But here we are. I bet Jack Pinchuk gave that match a 9.2 out of 10 on Letterboxd. Fucking kill me, Jack. All right, let's go talk to the players right now in the promos.
Hey, Mike.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Great. Did you send the money to like the CEO of Will Decide like I told you to?
No.
Well, I guess this is going to be another one of those because like the pattern so far has been opponent's choice, Star Wars, opponent's choice, Star Wars. So it's opponent's choice, Star Wars, and opponent's choice. So I'm not good at math, but today I should spin a Star Wars, right?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, we are playing the Holzmann and
who?
The Holzmann.
Who?
The Holzmann. You know, Cameron, one of the Camerons.
Who?
Are you okay today? Are you okay? Did you take your medication?
No.
It's okay. Let's play.
Even in a match where he has nothing to do with it, Jack Pinchuk still catches strays. Look, as the only two people on this call who either have not just woken up or not just about to go to bed, this is going to be fun. Of course, David, I mean, look, he's been a terrific competitor from day one, but this whole title picture is the redemption tour of Cameron Holtzmann. Round 1 exit is especially one off a perfect game, and the anomaly of all anomalies. So we're going to come in, we're going to play our best game, and maybe David can just nudge Mike a few more times so he can tell him to just take whatever he spins on first.
Yeah, if David spins Star Wars, I will walk out of my room, leave my camera on, and not return. Because if that pattern truly comes true, I don't deserve to be happy.
We all are. Act accordingly.
That being said, yeah, round 1 exit was not what I wanted to do, but yeah, it came down to like Kaiser missed 1, and I think I missed 2, and just I missed a question worth more points. But it was, yeah. Hopefully, I get the redemption. Yeah, I got really nothing else to say. I'm bad at the promo part of this game.
Manners maketh man. Let's play.
That thing, yeah.
You know what can only help my sleep-deprived mind? Cold Miller Lite. Nick, what are you drinking during this?
Doesn't matter, Tim, because I just did laundry, and I decided to hang my wet pants on the back of this very chair, thinking it would have no effect, and my back is looking wet. The match.
We're a disaster, buddy. All right, let's get into it. Starting with round number 1. Nick, how does it work?
Round number 1. It's going to work like this. We have 10 questions in the realm of fandom fights. Each player will have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we will say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answers and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 1?
No.
Great. Then your first question is going to come in the category of Disney live action. In 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Ned Land claims to be a master with what weapon?
So last night, Maggie and I went out. We saw John Mulaney.
Nice. Oh, he's great. Oh, was it the same one?
I would assume so.
Okay, cool. Was it like you were kind of like, oh, should he be saying that? But then he made you feel like, oh, you can be saying that.
Yeah.
Okay,
5,
cool.
4, 3, 2,
Genius.
1. Pens down. Let's go to David
The harpoon?
and Cameron.
I wrote a sword.
Harpoon is correct.
That makes a lot of sense.
So David will get that 1 point lead as we get into your next question in the category of Star Wars. In The Empire Strikes Back, name 3 of the 4 characters who have to hide inside of a giant space worm. So there were 2 opening comedians.
Oh, okay.
And then Mr. Mulaney. It was very fun. Kind of warmed up the crowd a little bit. I went to the bar beforehand and I ordered a water for my wife and a beer for me and then a double Cap and Coke. And he said that a double Cap and Coke counted as 2 drinks and I couldn't get it. 5, 4. So I had to have a single, like a peasant. 2, 1. Pens down. I was not happy. Let's go to Cameron.
But Han, Chewie, and Leia.
And David.
I put Leia, Chewie, and Han.
Both correct. All right, it's 2-1. What is next, Nick?
Your third question comes in the category of Alien versus Predator. How many Alien versus Predator films did Ridley Scott direct? So is it double Cap and Coke, just 2 Cokes?
No, so I usually get like a double shot of rum and then in a tall glass. And that apparently counted as 2 drinks. And so I could either have the double or I would have to get a single and the beer. And because Maggie stayed in the seats, I couldn't do.
Question.
both.
How many shots are in a normal drink?
Supposedly 1, but if you get it poured by Tim, it's like
so you get 2. You get 2. It counts as 2 drinks. Crazy, Tim. You should really apologize to that bar.
Pens down. Wow. Let's go to David
3.
and Cameron.
1 more drink than you got. 3.
3 is correct. Well, technically, I had a double before I went to that anyway. But okay, so it is 3-2 as we get into the next question, which is in Worlds of DC. In Suicide Squad, what specifically does Rick Flag show to Deadshot in the bar that he had been keeping from him and ultimately makes him agree to join the final fight? But yeah, anyway, the show overall, very funny.
Yeah.
Really good time. Go ahead.
I was just say when I saw him, there was only 1 opening act, and he kind of sucked.
Well, who was it?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I just remember not liking them.
I wonder if it was the same guy or one of the same guys that we had.
Did you also think he sucked?
No, I thought both were pretty good, actually, too. 1, pens down. Let's go to Cameron.
I said a picture of Deadshot's daughter.
And David.
A secret mission report?
Both incorrect. We're looking for letters from Deadshot's daughter. So no perfect rounds here today. It's 3-2 in favor of David. What is next, Nick?
Next question comes in the category of the Wizarding World. Which Wizarding World film was the first to feature a defense against the dark arts teacher becoming the effective headmaster?
I would not want that job.
The question named 2 jobs, Tim.
The headmaster job.
Got it. Why not?
It's a lot of responsibility. Do you know how much shit they got to deal with?
Yeah.
Not to mention just normal like principal stuff, but then just also like you're in school in that school specifically 5 where shit always hits the fan too.
No one seems to get mad at you about it.
That's what. Is that a joke?
What did they answer?
Let's go to David
Order of the Phoenix.
and Cameron.
Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix is correct. All right, your next question is going to be in the category of Star Trek. In Star Trek Nemesis, what planet did Shinzon grow up on? They try to take him to Azkaban. They try to have him arrested and thrown out. He does the cool
dies.
thing. He fucking dies. Like,
I'm just saying.
In that one prequel movie,
I might be
they
willing
put
to
the
make
fucking thing on it. Like, oh, I guess he's not headmaster.
Just saying. I might be willing to make a trade.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Cameron.
I can't remember if this is the name of the Romulan planet. I wrote Romulus.
And David.
Remus.
Remus is correct. All right. What's next?
The next question comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for Venom, Let There Be Carnage?
Would you let there be carnage?
I would kill this movie.
If you could.
I hate it.
If it was a bug, would you just walk out on the street?
I would get a flamethrower and kill the bug.
That's fair. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to David.
Lord Valve.
And Cam.
Ludwig Göransson.
Both incorrect. We were looking for Marco Beltrami.
Huh.
All right. So your next question is going to be in the category of DC. What is the profession of Alec Holland, the man who becomes Swamp Thing in Swamp Thing? And we will take a general answer. General answer. Oh man. What's your shirt today? Oh, it's that one thing from that terrible film. 5.
I am out of shirts.
3.
As I said, I just did laundry.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Cam.
I said a scientist, I think specifically a botanist, but
Go to David.
A scientist.
Scientist is fine. So 4 to 6. What's next?
Your penultimate question comes in the category of Disney animation. The support group meeting of bad guys at the beginning of Wreck-It Ralph is hosted inside of which game?
That's a good question, Nick.
This one?
Yeah.
I looked it up.
Yeah, but you still have the thought
I'm going to
to.
let you in on a secret, Tim. Every single match, I Google trivia questions. And I just copy-paste.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. That, you know what? A lot adds up now.
Yeah.
5, 4.
Every 6 months, I just copy an old match and put it in.
Hands down. You know now someone's going to message me and be like,
Really?
Nick, serious? Let's go to David
Pac-Man.
and Cameron.
That's a tapper.
Pac-Man is correct. So David will hit that one, strengthening his lead as we get into the final question of the round, which is in the category of Pixar. Which Pixar film features characters named Bailey, Charlie, and Sigourney?
Another fun question writing note. I actually write 2 different sets of questions, and then I pick whichever one I want.
What?
Even I'm making jokes now.
I don't get what you. I don't get what you. I don't understand what you said.
You don't?
No. Oh, those fucks. That's right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I'm fucking tired. Let's go to Cam
can you choose the set that gets me more points, please? Finding Dory.
and David.
Finding Dory.
Finding Dory is correct, and look at that. We are at the end of round number 1, and David is in the lead, 8-5. Is that what you have, Nick?
But I have, Tim.
All right. Everybody still has their repeats and their challenge as we get into round number 2. How's that going to work?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like it, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep it. They spin the second time. They get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece. Unless you like to check down the multiple choice, in which case it will only be worth 1. And be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
On the wheel today, you got Middle Earth, Mission Impossible, Star Wars, Alien vs. Predator, Disney live action, fandom quotes, scores, and soundtracks, and my favorite of all time, Jimmy B. So, David, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Cam?
Mike.
I don't know numbers, and Cam's at 5, so he's in the lead, right?
Yeah, that's right. So I think I should go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you're going to go first?
Yep.
All right. This is going to be the spin then for you, David.
What?
Oh my god.
Does this count? Am I allowed to walk away?
I don't know. Does it count?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because he lands on Star
So
Wars.
the pattern is officially broken.
It almost did.
Eh,
It's crazy.
I'm taking Star Wars, please.
Shocking.
What are his strengths?
What?
Get me off screen.
Okay. Nick, you want to go ahead and give David his questions in Star Wars?
Yes, David, are you prepared for your questions in the category of Star Wars?
Yeah.
Great. Your first question. Which Star Wars film features an Imperial labor camp on the planet of Lobani?
Rogue One.
That's correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who voices C-3PO in Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
Anthony Daniels.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In The Force Awakens, where is the last place on Kylo's body that Rey hits him with a lightsaber during their final fight on Starkiller Base?
The face.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. In Revenge of the Sith, after Anakin kills Dooku, what does Palpatine tell him to do that he refuses?
To leave Obi-Wan for dead. Like, to leave Obi-Wan.
We can accept that for 2 points. That is correct. And your final question. What is the call sign of the first person to shoot torpedoes at the Death Star exhaust port, only for them to explode on the surface in A New Hope?
Red Leader.
And that is correct for 2 points and a clean sweep of Star Wars.
All right, so David gets his total up to 18. We'll
Yep.
bring back the wheel and Mr. Scully.
So, Scully, good news. I'm good at Star Wars, so if we spin that, I think we should keep it.
It lands on Alien versus Predator.
I want to keep it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, I trust you.
There's things on that wheel I don't want, and I feel really good about AVP.
Okay, go for it.
I'll keep it.
All right. All right, Cameron. I'll be giving you your questions in the category of Alien versus Predator. Are you ready?
I hope so, with the amount of overzealous nature I took this category with.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. At least you're self-aware. All right. Your first question. The characters Carter Burke and Lieutenant Gorman can be found in which Alien versus Predator film?
Aliens.
That is correct for 2 points. Next question. Who plays Will Traeger, a human antagonist in the film The Predator?
Sterling K. Brown.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Aliens versus Predator Requiem, Jesse tells Ricky to meet her at the high school to do what activity?
Swimming.
That is correct for 2 points.
It's like, is breaking and entering an activity?
Your next question. In Alien 3, what happens to Ripley as she is falling to her death before she reaches the flames below?
I feel like I'm going to describe it wrong, so I'll say multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, an alien bursts from her. B, she gets shot in the head. C, her hand gets cut off. Or D, a facehugger alien attaches itself to her.
Can you repeat the options?
Yes, I can. Your options again are A, an alien bursts from her. B, she gets shot in the head. C, her hand gets cut off. Or D, a facehugger alien attaches itself to her.
A.
A is correct for 1 point. All right, and your final question. What is the name of Mac's friend who has a hole shot through them in Predator?
Blaine.
That is correct for 2 points. And the clean sweep of Alien versus Predator. So Cam gets his total up to 14. So he is 4 points behind David's 18. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, how's round number 3 going to work?
Round number 3 going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of fandom fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 3?
No.
Take it away, Tim.
All right, the first category you can bet points on is Pixar. Let's get bets starting with Cameron
2.
and David.
2.
All right, your question in the category of Pixar. In Turning Red, what type of jewelry is Maylin's mother's panda contained in before it breaks? You are not a fan of this film.
Didn't like it.
I liked it when I first saw it, but that's because I think I was excited to see a new movie, and then I watched it.
Yeah.
Fine.
No, I respect the people that do like it. That's fine. I just whatever.
Pens down. Let's go to Cameron.
Necklace?
And David?
Necklace.
Necklace is correct. So we have a score of 16 to 20. What is the next category?
Your next question comes in the category of the worlds of DC.
All right, let's get bets starting with David.
2.
And Cameron.
2.
All right, Nick, what's the question?
The question is, who directed Birds of Prey? The Fantabulous. What? You said something. That's why I stopped talking. Otherwise, I would have continued talking.
I said that Maggie and Bucky might have said something in the back.
Bucky said something, Tim?
He's very smart. Did you hear that?
I did hear him say something, yeah.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to David.
I'm not 100. Is it Kathy Yan?
And Holtzmann.
I don't know how she dies, but it is Kathy. Yeah.
Kathy Yan is correct. So it is 22 to 18. 4 points. 3 questions remaining. The next category that you can bet points on is Planet of the Apes. Let's get bets starting with Cam.
2.
All right, and David.
1.
Okay, here is the question in Planet of the Apes. Which Planet of the Apes film features an ape finding a human's gun and throwing it into a body of water? You love that cup, don't you?
Yeah. Never been washed. I just leave it on this desk and refill it.
5,
Every time.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Cameron.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes?
And David.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
That is correct. So it is a 3-point game. 2 questions remaining. Nick, what is the penultimate category?
The penultimate category is Star Trek.
Let's get back starting with David.
2.
And Cameron.
2.
All right, here's the situation, Nick. If David hits this and Cameron hits this, it'll be over. If they both miss, it'll be over. But if Cameron hits and David misses, we will move on to the final question. So,
Okay.
the question from Nick.
Your question is, in Star Trek 09, who confirms that Kirk was made the first officer by Pike after Spock leaves the bridge in anger?
At what point did Mike put in the chat that his nether regions has been awakened?
A while ago, and I saw it
I
happen.
think after David swept Star Wars.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Cameron first.
Uhura.
And David.
Sulu.
And your winner, David Garcia. The answer was Sulu. Nick, what do you think of the match?
Good match. Two very good players. I think this match wasn't decided in round one, but that was definitely a difference maker considering how good both players played in rounds 2 and 3. But yeah, like I said, both having one of their unlucky years was going to continue. It just happened to be Holzmann. I think these two play on another day. It could go the other way.
Yeah, absolutely. So why don't we kick into post-match interviews, starting with Holzmann.
Cameron Holzmann. As I said prior to the match, I think you are a very good Fandom player who is not having the luckiest of years in Fandom singles. And even though you lost today, you showed some promise, some improvement. Like you swept a category that I don't think anyone would have guessed you would have taken so vehemently off the spin. And outside of that, you still made it a great game in round 3. So how are you feeling about your match today? And what are your plans to, because this is the last time we'll see you in singles for this year. So what are some of your plans to come back for next year?
Round 1 just was not going great for me. I missed questions in my biggest strengths because I think I have another match filming later today that I have been putting a lot more stock into. And so like I watched 3 movies for this when it got set up, and then a different match got set up and I watched 50 movies for that. And it kind of, your brain can only hold so much at once. And the stuff at the front of my brain was not this. I felt good about how I did an AVP. Like that was when it was announced as a new category. I put a lot of effort into watching them, getting good at them, and taking like deep notes. And then just David apparently has a streak of bad luck and good luck, and I happen to be on one of the good days. But yeah, this season has not been amazing for me. I've played a total of 3 singles matches. I won 0 of them. Although one of them was a 5-way, so like statistically everyone is going to lose that match. And also was against Joe Farrelly. There's no way I was going to win that match.
Everyone except for the person that won, but that's...
There's an 80% chance that I lose that match. Statistics is on my side. I was going to lose. And then teams has been back and forth. It sucks to be done, but it's also like I love playing Fandom. It's nice to have a break. It's nice to not need to worry about Fandom singles. Well, I've also got Fandom teams, Warzone teams, and Warzone singles all running concurrently at the same time. Mm-hmm. I will be back next year with a vengeance, I hope. Speaking of which, a vengeance, we should put Die Hard. No, we don't put Die Hard. Don't do it. No, it's a bad idea, Nick. It's a bad idea. Don't do it. It's a bad idea.
Why?
But yeah.
Why do you listen to me?
Cameron Holzmann, you're not done for the year. We will see you and Javi back in teams for the team's tournament. So yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you there. And we'll see you back next year. Sorry, just swallowed. But, sorry, this match is going great. Mike, David, congratulations on the win today. Listen, David, Act 4, this little stretch of Fandom here that this match will land in, has produced some insane levels of play. I don't know if it's just Joe and Brittany's last title match sort of showed everyone the level they need to be playing at in order to compete. But you just scored 89%. You missed 2 questions the whole match, 89% accuracy. One of the crazy matches that's been happening in this act. People that's been hitting 90%, hitting 89%. It's been crazy. So David, you're not playing at that level. You're not playing for this immediate title picture, but we will, because you've won this match, we will see you in the following one. So how do you feel about the win today and continuing on into the year?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I really, really wanted this, and I prepped like a lot. Because, as you said, I kind of figured out that if I lost this, it was over for me for this year. So I was like, I really want to continue. I really want to like make a singles run because Joe made one, Brittany made one, and Tyler made one this year. So I feel like it's kind of my turn now in that little group that we have. And when I lost to Cojo, I told you that I wasn't at the championship level yet. And I'm working on it. And I think this match was a step in the right direction, especially in round one. I felt like some categories that I've been working on, I scored Disney live action. So it's like I've been working on things and it's paying off. So Cameron played great, sweeping Alien versus Predator. It's always like a great thing to do. That's something that I couldn't do because I think I didn't know all of his questions. But again, the wheel, it's weird, man.
This is true. I would agree. Mike.
Yes.
15 seconds. Say whatever you want.
You hit 100% the shots you don't take, including my toilet that I just 100% shot at.
And time, as Tim would say. In See you next time, David.
Yeah. And time. Okay. Interesting match. Yeah, I think that, like you said, both having unlucky seasons, but I feel bad for Holzmann. I didn't even put that together. That he hasn't. He's 0-3 in Fandom this year. That kind of sucks, but he's still playing great. And I think that if he comes back next season with a vengeance, as he said, that'd be interesting. And I agree with David. Like showing some skill in some categories that he maybe wasn't super strong at. And I think that if he keeps playing this way, we're in for some gross matches coming up. So that'll do it for us today at Fandom Fights. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to David and Cameron, as well as their managers, Mike and Scully. Thank you to Nick for writing this one. We'll see you real soon with the next match. But until then, have a good one.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.